Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
You'd have to go on. So the music has to be. Well, it's naturally going to be repetitive, but it has to not irritate you, and if you can be catchy as well, which I think that's quite catchy. That piece is.
There's one of my favorite ones ever is the VVVVVV one. And the music is so good that like you're just playing it, and the whole point is it's just like a rhythm game. You can reverse gravity or move left and right. You can't jump, so if you need to get over something, you jump to the roof or you flip to the roof, walk, flip, and the game gets faster and faster and faster and faster. And the soundtrack is so good that on Spotify, a group of artists have just completely redone the entire soundtrack. With each of them taking one track. And it's so gorgeous because some of it's heavy metal, some of it's like all beautiful piano. Because with chiptunes, you can turn it into anything. Again, it's just bleeps and bloops.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, yeah. I really wanted to play this game, but it's tough. And indie games, I'm like, I start to insult the game. This is fucking bullshit. And I know it's not. I know it's incredible. I'm just fucking dumb. Or just no patience.
If you get VVVVVV and go into settings, a little flash game, I'm sure you can play for free. Go into settings and there's a slow mode.
Right.
So they clearly just went, some people just want to get to the end of this.
That was one of the first free games on PS Plus.
Is that right?
I was like, it would have been out in the first few months of it. And that was when I was still being sort of like semi-ignorant of indie games. We've all been there. Maybe you haven't because you're sound. But I was all like, no. I wanted. At the time, I was kind of pissed off that they were giving away so many. Till I just started playing them. And there was a song I wanted to have on this from Stardew Valley. I should have went with it because now you're making me feel bad for picking indie games. We're all like super big giant studios, fuckers winning awards, driving Ferraris.
The thing with indie games is if you turn the music off, the games would be shite. in many cases.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to
like some of these ones you just be walking around going, what the fuck is this? Stardew Valley is relaxation simulator. Like it's beautiful. Like listening to the rain and stuff. If you had to turn the sound off, you wouldn't play that fucking
No, Who's up next? Is it yourself?
Me, and I picked the most basic bitch fucking song of all time.
Go on.
And it's the Halo theme.
No, you're still to come with the most basic one. I'm only joking.
True.
Listen, though, it still gives me chills, though.
I picked the original one. I think the most famous one is probably the Halo 3 one, where they reworked it. That's the big beefy one.
Yeah.
But just go back to kind of basics. Go back to the absolute bare bones.
When you were loading up for the first time.
And you start hearing the kind of Gregorian chants.
Yeah,
it
still gives me chills.
Yeah, I think because it was different from anything else I'd heard at the time, because most video game music seemed to be it was very driven and it was designed to make you excited, you know. Like you're just back from fucking Charple Stars after renting this game.
You're right. The intro screen would have a riff or something.
Press start. And this is fucking like it was nothing else like it. And even like musically, even in that game, even the first one, I consider Halo 3 to be the peak of that kind of series of games anyway. I think that's top banana by far. The last ones were fine, but they were lacking a little bit of soul. But 1 and 3 were just 1 because it was special. There was nothing else like it. It was
proper LAN on Sidewinder map.
Just like every game afterwards was designed to beat it. You know, it just broke them all. And 3 is where they just perfected it. But that piece of music it's fucking infamous. Written by a combo, a guy called Martin O'Neill and a guy called Michael Salvatore. And between them, they have a massive list of credits, like massive. Like they done music for Riven, Myth 2. Jesus, one of the
managed Ireland for a while as well.
Huh?
Didn't he manage Ireland for a while? Amazing. I want you to sit in the middle.
One of the guys, Martin O'Donnell, he's
Would you say Martin O'Donnell or Martin O'Neill?
Martin O'Donnell.
Where did I get Martin O'Neill from?
I don't know.
We came along for the ride, though.
Yeah, exactly. O'Donnell. And he's working on a project with Paul McCartney at the moment.
Really?
Oh,
yeah. And it's called Music of the Spheres, which is, I don't know what the fuck.
That's the name of an Ian Brown album.
It's called Music of the Spheres. It's some like 2 or 3 part kind of symphony that he's working on with Paul McCartney.
Wow.
Yeah, real weird. I don't know. Also, I found out today that the Halo 2 soundtrack was produced by Nile Rodgers.
Really? That sort of makes sense somehow.
Yeah.
Nile Rodgers pops up the odd time in his podcast. Like,
randomly.
Does he live in Ireland?
Yeah, he's a bunk bed somewhere anyway. He's here every second weekend in Trinity or
Malahide Castle.
Something.
Yeah.
He's always here. I always feel bad for his band. We talked about this before. It's just disgusting. Noel Rodgers featuring Chic.
When they used to just be called...
It's just Chic, like,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake.
But did he not release a load of stuff as Noel Rodgers on his own?
Yeah, probably.
Still cheeky, though, isn't it?
Mad cheeky.
We say this once a week, that Noel Rodgers
Yeah,
is
it
cheeky.
just bothers the shit out of me. It really just ups the fuck out of me. I now have a reason to give out about him again because he produced the fucking Halo 2 soundtrack.
And I can make the joke of John Bon Jovi, or Bon Jovi featuring John Bon Jovi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's pretty much where you're at now. Like, that's outrageous.
I would never have put that together at all now.
Yeah. When I read that, I was like, get the fuck, someone's at that.
Someone's at a wiki
messing.
in that, yeah, someone's at
Someone's
there.
messing. Like,
It's too weird, though, to be not
no,
true.
that's Green Hill Town. Like, that's fucking, it's just another one. But yeah, fucking, that was, the Halo theme came out in 2001. And I think that might have changed the way kind of big titles approach their music after that.
Oh, it was inspired.
You know?
Like
you look at like the music for Skyrim and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's all very kind of similar. It's chanty and it's kind of orchestral, but it's not big band orchestral. It's not fucking it's all very kind of light and airy, and because it's working off on kind of an orchestral backing, it can build itself up rather swiftly, and it can build tension so well.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that with kind of like chip stuff, you know. And but I think that's more important than it is good. If that makes sense. That's why I picked it. That's my basic bitch choice. Number one.
there are so many good videos of lads just singing that song where they've found like they're in a hotel foyer and they've discovered that there's really good acoustics.
Yeah. Oh,
Or,
yeah.
But there's one amazing one of like 200 lads in a changing room in their college, and they all start singing it. And the guys got like everyone's video on their phones are going around, and it's good. Like to the point that I was like, "Oh, it's the Halo song," and I was getting like goosebumps, going, "Jesus Christ, this is
But
amazing."
they're nailing it.
But the best thing is one of the videos is like somebody comes out of the change room afterwards and walks out, and all the girls are in the hall going, "What the fuck are you doing in there?"
What's this?
It still has a feel of Dead
Man
Can.
shit, baby.
Has a feel of a Dead Can Dance host to the surf on at the end of it a little bit. Has that feel of it, that chance. But then again, it's going to have those chances. It's going to sound like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It is though. It's perfect.
It's just spot on. It nailed it. And there's a million different versions of it, and a million different, there's like main theme, refrain, main theme, revisited, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, just bog standard, Halo theme, fucking killer. The one from Halo 3, which I think it's called like the Molyneux mix or something.
It's kind of like what they did with the Terminator team. They did other versions of it that are beefier and they sit more produced, but you're not getting that.
I mean, you're not getting the initial.
It's like you get with
we talk about Red Alert. I mean, you got Hell March, 2, Hell March 3.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it going to do? Just put more fucking guitars on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Unforgiven 3.
18 guitars. Yeah, Unforgiven 3. 18 guitars in this one now instead of 4.
Yeah.
You know? Someone shouts Unforgiven in the middle of it. But yeah, that was my A1 basic fill pick. And Helmet. Take it away.
I picked Leaving Earth by Clint Mansell from Mass Effect 3.
God damn.
I love Clint Mansell. I loved him since he was a baby. No, I've loved him since obviously
pictures of his baby dick.
Pop will eat itself, and they made that. Wow, that's a callback to a joke that doesn't really translate well to the podcast at all.
I feel like you're both on the list.
We really have
say
to.
anything now.
Jesus.
Oh, stop talking about babies then.
Do we have to fix this now?
No.
Fuck, is it worse not to fix it? It could be worse to fix it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
God.
let it be a secret.
Oh, God.
Come and meet us and we'll tell you the story.
It's not weird. Well, it is weird, but it's not illegal weird. Or shut up.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
It's questionably legal.
It's in progress.
Clint Mansell from Pop Will Eat Itself. Do you remember in the 90s they went on the Late Late Show and did that infamous version of Ich bin ein Auslander?
Yeah. Do you remember? He played on done guitar on Dare Law as well, wasn't it?
That's right.
Prodigy,
yeah. Or else, well, he played the guitar, but it says, is it not? It's featuring.
Pop
No,
Will Eat Itself.
so it could be. I don't know if he was the guitar player. Well, he's probably the everything in Pop Will Eat Itself.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah.
Was he the everything in Ned's Atomic Dustbin as well? There's about 30 bands that are just all the same to me.
Pop Will Eat Itself sound nothing like that.
But in my head, all the same.
Pop Elite itself sound like the KLF meet the Prodigy or
There's
something.
a load of them. There's a load
Soup Dragons.
There's a load of these bands, right?
Yeah, I get
all
that.
were out in the same kind of era that I wasn't mad into. And I just assumed they all sound the same.
This isn't because you haven't listened to them, it's because people have the same t-shirts and tattoos.
Yeah. And you
put them in one shelf.
Those like knitted beanie hats and shit, you know, all that.
I've done that with bands
sleeveless
before.
Jackets.
I've done that with bands before. That's why sometimes we had to do that podcast of misunderstood artists. Something that we misunderstood. Geez, I always thought that was that kind of music. Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to actually. Here we go. I'm going to call it. We're going to do a podcast on that era of music, and we have to fucking
think about it.
We have to. We have to. Just for my sake.
For your sake,
to clarify things.
So, Clint Mansell anyway was in Pop Elite
the
itself.
Unstoppable Sex Machine.
Yeah, they're not. I don't even know what they sound like.
Exactly.
No idea.
Yeah, so this guy Pop Elite himself. He was also in Ned's Atomic.
This guy Papa eats himself. Papa eats himself.
On that one, if you're doing that era, you got to get someone else to put together the playlist.
Oh yeah,
listen to it together. And go, fuck! I never thought that's what they'd sound like.
That's a great idea. Yeah. So let someone else do a misunderstood artist that we have to. We were thinking about doing a thing lists that people review. Yeah, we'll get other guest lists is a good name for it. What the fuck was I talking about?
Pop Elite
Stop doing that repeatedly. He did
from Mass Effect.
Yeah, but he did also every Darren Aronofsky film as well.
Did he?
So we did
right.
Lux Eterna from... he did most of the Requiem for a Dream. That's the film That's the film with two endings.
Oh,
no. Stop.
The film with two endings.
That's the most miserable wank you'll ever have.
You know, you don't have to wank.
That'll haunt you.
You don't have to.
Will haunt you. Fucking hunt you for weeks afterwards. I can't believe it.
So they're trying to finish as early as possible so you don't have to watch the movie.
So do you remember he did that piece of music for that? And it was Lux Eterna, I think it's called. And then it was picked up by Lord of the Rings trailer and made more epic. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I think he did the one for Pi as well. I'm almost positive. But this is the only song I've picked where I didn't play the game.
All right.
I didn't play Mass Effect 3.
Mass Effect 3 is outrageously
I heard it was terrible.
No.
Remember it came out and people were going mad about certain things. And
the idea with Mass Effect is you could keep your save all the way through. Yeah. So you start playing at 1, and then you start playing at 2. And the decisions you made and the people who are dead and the people who are alive still carry over. So I was chatting to people about 2 and I was like, oh man, it's crazy when you meet this person. They're like, who the fuck is that? I've never seen them.
Yeah, it was different for everybody.
Yeah.
So, Mass Effect 3 for me was the perfect combo 1 and 2. 1 and 2 were kind of different games.
Yeah.
1 was a little bit more strategic.
Yeah.
And 2 was a little bit more just running and shooting.
2 was Jesus.
Yeah. But it was so good. But 3 for me, like the cutscenes on 3 make your nipples hard. They're just outrageous.
I wish I played it. I think I had too many people telling me at the time that it's not worth. Don't bother with it.
The reason people thought it was bad is because everybody was so invested, but they couldn't please everyone. If everyone's playing completely divergent games, you can't just wrap all that up. Yeah. But I will say the lads who played it was like, oh man, did you sleep with that Australian girl? And I was like, of course not. I can sleep with an Australian girl in real life. I never get to sleep with an octopus. So that's what I'm going to fucking do.
I'm banging an alien dude. Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
For real.
Give me a big fucking monstrosity. Looks like a fucking...
What are you trying to say about Australian girls, Johnny?
I'm saying it's conceivable.
Fair enough. You know, he's not wrong.
That again, one of my top games. 3, I fucking love it. Love it
I remember listening to the soundtrack anyway, and just thinking that is one of the best pieces of. I think did he do 2 as well? He might have done 2 as well.
He was in the studio quite possibly.
The Suicide Mission's one of the best songs ever. That's again goosebumps.
He's done. I don't think he did. He didn't do all the music for the third one, did he? You know what? I'd be the person to ask.
Yeah,
you would be. It seems how it's your choice.
Yeah, forgot to check that. Listen, I was like, I know loads about Clint Mansell. I've been listening to Pop Elite itself since the 90s. What about the fucking song you picked, Pop?
What about Ned's Atomic Dustbin?
Listen, I absolutely love that piece of music, and I might just play the game.
Probably should.
It's yourself, Johnny. You're next.
It is. This song is a K-pop song that I chose basically because I didn't want this all to be orchestral stuff as we were going through it, and just break it up a wee bit. And actually, I probably started off looking for Katamari Damacy, the Nintendo one, which is just completely fucking joyous and insane.
Is Katamari the game where you roll around picking things up?
And the music is
that's brilliant. Oh god, I love that game.
But the one I've actually chosen is Pop Stars by KDA, which is from League of Legends. And this is...
What's that one's from?
Yeah, this brings us all the way up to date. This was released last year. And it is honestly just a banging song by itself.
Yeah.
But it's in League of Legends. It's also in Beat Saber, which is the game where you're in VR.
Oh, I'm getting
and you're
that
playing
song,
the drums. Oh, it's the best fucking song in it. And the bit where you're just slashing through, because you don't play the drums, you've got blocks coming towards you and you slash them in half, and you have to get out of the way of certain blocks. It is one of the most fun things. Like the history of music in games, all those rhythm games, Guitar Hero, Rock Band, all that kind of stuff, it had just people convinced that they could fucking play Beatles songs.
Yeah.
I genuinely knew lads who would just disappear off into the attic, smoke weed for fucking a weekend and just play Beatles songs. And like, I'm just jamming. I'm like, no, you're fucking not. You're fucking not. No, you're playing a fucking video game is what you're doing.
Someone has a real guitar, go for it. Oh, well.
But it is a